Hey Lesbian Central, it's Thursday, and this week I'm going to talk a little bit about how to woo a girl. Sky talked a little bit about some ideas and just being yourself, and definitely suggest watching that video if you haven't already. But I'm just going to add to that by saying that it is really important to be thinking about that person and do things for them and realize that if you're going to commit to doing that kind of thing, that it's something that has to be a change of like your heart and who you are, and not just something you do until you get the person and then you stop. Looking back on my life now that I'm like out and whatnot, I realized that there were a lot of girls that I probably tried to woo um, before I knew that I was wooing. So I guess that gives me a lot of experience. I often would write notes to people and tell them how like important they are to me, and like borderline weird considering that they all thought I was straight. It's kind of like a couple weeks ago when I talked about the girl that I gave flowers to because she was mad at me, and she was not happy about that. But I didn't know any better. Like I thought that was normal. Um, but like that kind of you know, thoughtfulness is definitely appreciated. And like Sky said, you just have to be yourself, because if they fall in love with somebody that's not you, then it's not going to work out. And if they don't fall in love with who you are, then, maybe they're not the person for you. Maybe figure out her, favorite book, and you guys can read it together, like in a park. I know Jess and I read Harry Potter in a nearby park, and we actually got through the first 3 books. Actually, in the very beginning of our relationship, like before we even knew it was a relationship, we went to Rita's Italian Ice. And for those of you that don't live anywhere near Pennsylvania, it's just a like an Italian ice or water ice place that's really popular and super tasty. And we went there. It was the first day of spring, and they always give out free ice on the first day of spring. It's like free Italian ice. So we went there for that, and we ended up walking around the neighborhood that was behind the Ritas, and it was it was a really nice day out. First day of spring was like March and like sunny, and we walked around the neighborhood, and we found this house that had a box outside that said free stuff, and there was like lacrosse balls and baseballs and like all this like sports stuff, like rollerblades that were like 5 sizes too small. And we ended up inheriting hockey sticks, lacrosse balls, baseballs, and a pogo stick, which we had a lot of fun using on the way back. So, just be spontaneous and do like silly things, and a lot of times they can turn out to be like one of the most, memorable experiences or things that have happened during a relationship. Like Jess and I refer to that day as the best day ever, just because it was great. So yeah, be creative, just go on adventures, do spontaneous things, be thoughtful, and like Sky said, it doesn't have to be super expensive. Honestly, like the expensive dates aren't always that great. Expensive dates are meant for people that you've been with for a long time, and you really want to treat. Like you don't have to go on an expensive date like the first time. Like you want to know how to like woo her. You don't want to scare her away. And I mean, obviously every girl's different, so you just have to learn what that girl likes and do things that cater to it. Well, I guess that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next Thursday. Bye.